Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Me and Danny, my videographer, were just on the way back from the warehouse a moment ago, and we were just talking about the journey. Danny's been filming us for probably, 2.5 years now or something? Yeah, 2.5 years, 3 years probably. Yeah, he's seen it from, if you go back to our YouTube channel or my YouTube channel and look from the first ever video of our warehouse tour, things have changed significantly since then. I think when we filmed that first video, we were maybe just about breaching 100K a month. And obviously now we're doing significantly more than that. We've got a full team. Warehouse looks very different. The operations, everything looks different. So we were kind of talking about what it actually takes to get to, a bigger level, right? Because a lot of people are, and by no means, to be honest, I think we're still playing at a small level, right? We're really not massive. We're probably going to do 4 or 5 million turnover this year. In the grand scheme of things, this company's doing 50 million, 100 million, 200 million a year. So we are still relatively small, but I guess what we were speaking about is what it takes to go from a little small entrepreneur business where you're the sole core of the business, is you really managing the team. You might have 1 or 2 staff, to actually a business with more staff, actual operations, management, and that kind of thing in place. And we were just kind of talking about what it actually takes to get there and what are the steps that I took and what are the sacrifices that I had to make to actually get there. So got no real tangible plan for this video, but I just wanted to talk through a few of the things that I think have been incremental to me actually scaling to this level, and really just some advice for you guys watching, regardless of what kind of stage or level you're at in business, really to actually get to the multi-7 and 8-figure level in business. So the first thing that really became apparent is it all comes down to the person operating the business, right? I'm a big believer in the fact it really doesn't matter what business you're in, what business model you're in. You could be in literally any business. You could be out there, I don't know, manufacturing toilet roll or something, right? It just random came to my head. You could be out there manufacturing toilet roll. You could be out there selling on Amazon. You could be making water bottles, selling water, I don't know, making energy drinks. Whatever it is, if you really put your absolute all into that business, and I hear a lot of people saying they're all in and that kind of thing, but I really don't think they are. If you really go all in and you don't take no as an answer, you can make any business succeed. And that really comes down to the individual actually driving the project or the business, whatever you're working on, right? And for me, it was, in terms of my Amazon business specifically, it was never really an option not to make it work. As soon as I saw the proof of concept and I was doing 40, 50K a month in sales, it was never really an option for me to get complacent and stop. It was always a case of get bigger, 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 better, and grow, right? And I think that's just naturally my personality. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs share this, is I never get complacent. I'm never content with what I have personally. I'd maybe see that as a bit of a downfall as well. I'm never content with what I've got. I am always striving for more, even when I've just maybe achieved a record month or doing something really well. And I think that's just something that's inside entrepreneurs. I don't know whether you're born with it or whether you can just instill it from, changing your environment and stuff. But really just instilling that killer mindset of not taking no for an answer. It was never an option in my head that I'm not going to grow. One of my biggest goals is to get to 1 million a month in the Amazon business, right? There is no doubt on my mind of whether I'll get there. It's kind of when and how I'll get there, right? So I'm trying to figure out the when and the how, not so much whether I will get there. There is no doubt in my mind. So I think just having that unwavering self-confidence and that unwavering conviction that you are capable to do what you want, right? Maybe I've not always been like this, but maybe it comes from investing in my self-development. So I'm a big advocate in investing in myself, into masterminds, coaches, mentors, all these different kind of things, but also just watching YouTube. I think a lot of people overlook the basics in terms of watching YouTube, becoming a consumer of the right type of content in terms of find people and businesses and channels in positions that you want to be in and just absorb as much content as you can. Ultimately, the more content that you consume, the more you just program your mind to think like these people, the more you're going to just subconsciously embed it in yourself of what you should be doing, right? You're going to pick up habits, belief systems, values that only the ultra wealthy and the ultra successful share. So you should be doing whatever you can to get in proximity with these people. And I think that's probably another thing that has contributed to my success, is just doing whatever I can to be in proximity of good people. Like I said, I've invested tens of thousands of pounds in self-development, in just getting in the right rooms, building my network, understanding how these guys think, how they operate, basically how their lives work and how their brains work. I think that's so important. You've got to do whatever it takes to get in these rooms, get yourself in proximity with these people. I think probably one of the most important things as well is sacrifice. You have to sacrifice to get where you want to be, right? A lot of people, again, as I alluded to at the start of the video, a lot of people say they are all in when they're really not. And I think all in means that and every entrepreneur has probably gone through this at some point, is you have to go through that point in your life where you just lock yourself away from everything, everybody, and just really dial in on the business. And it's short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. So, going out on the weekend, seeing your friends, maybe you have a partner, maybe even it's family and friends, whatever it may be, you have to sacrifice to gain on the other end. Because if you don't sacrifice, you're not going to achieve your full potential. So you've got to look at what you're actually willing to sacrifice. That probably comes down as well to how bad you want it. Like, what is your why? Like, why are you doing this? I think a lot of entrepreneurs have, they have an unwavering desire, or they have some sort of fuel inside them, whether that's fueled by insecurities, whether that's fueled by trying to prove other people wrong, or maybe it's fueled by childhood, whatever it's fueled by. A lot of entrepreneurs have this fuel in them to basically say fuck you to the rest of the world, right? Because yeah, okay, the money is great and a lot of people do it for the money, but it's almost about doing it for yourself and proving to yourself and others that you are capable of doing it. And I think that's what a lot of traits that entrepreneurs share. So I'd say sacrifice and unwavering confidence are super important. When I actually think about it, yeah, the strategies are great and you really need to understand and be applying the right strategies to succeed. Because if you're not, it's going to take you 10 times longer. But ultimately, it comes down to you as an individual, right? How bad do you want it? I believe anybody can make any business model work, regardless of whether you are just starting out and you have no knowledge on Amazon. If you really want it bad enough, you will go out there, you will do it, you'll make mistakes, you'll try again, you'll make mistakes, and you just won't stop, right? The people that fail and the people that don't make it work is the people who give up and the people that stop. If you never give up and you just constantly keep trying, keep innovating, keep reiterating different things, you are going to make it work. You are going to have that breakthrough, but most people quit before they have that breakthrough. And most people don't even give it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months of their life to actually make this change. So you've got to apply the right strategies, but ultimately it comes down to you as an individual. If you want it bad enough, anybody can make this work. But just to conclude, I think you need unwavering conviction in yourself that you are capable as an individual to be able to do it and be able to actually build this business. Really, you need to get in the right rooms. You need to absorb information from the right people, whatever industry you're in. Get around these people, understand how they think, how they operate, how they do business, and you'll start to really pick things up. And you need to sacrifice. You need to be able to sacrifice. You need to truly go all in and commit to yourself that you're going to go all in. And you need to just adopt the winner's mindset, right? Understand that you are going to have problems. You are going to face challenges, and it's about how you problem solve, how you overcome them, how you react as an operator and a business owner and an entrepreneur is going to truly determine how far you get. So the moral of the story is, yeah, the strategies are super important, and you can spend years working really hard and applying the wrong strategies, and you probably won't get very far. But what's more important is you as an individual, how you think, how you operate, how bad do you want it, right? So you've got to really reprogram your mind, start becoming a consumer of the right type of content, and be ready to commit and go all in. And I promise, adopt the right mindset, get yourself around the right people, do whatever you can to be in proximity of those who are where you want to be, and you will succeed. And that's what I believe it takes to become a 7-figure Amazon seller.